Everywhere you turn to on social media these days, it's about rape. The issue of rape is almost across all social media. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, you name it. Anywhere there's a conversation as of today, it's all about the issue of rape. Most often than not, it leaves women or the victims with a lifelong scar. That scar may never be removed. That scar may live with that woman or with that victim for the rest of their lives. I've read somewhere where they argue in favor of men and say that men too get raped. I won't say that is a lie. Yes, some men get raped. Probably not even by women. Maybe by their fellow men. Yes, it does happen. But majority of those people who rape others are men. And women, we have to take that responsibility that this probably might be a case of poor parenting, failed parenting, or whatever you may call it. How do you look at somebody's face and the person is yelling, no, 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 and you still maintain erection? Only recently, the case of Nollywood producers and directors who take advantage of young actors and actresses broke. And now the bird has come home to roast. Over time I've been seeing young girls complain that men in the industry, especially those that I respect, the names that were even there before I even thought of becoming a filmmaker, are harassing them. It is no longer news that many actors and actresses get raped, or at least there are attempted rapes on their lives, or at least sexual harassment. This is now beginning to look like a norm in Nollywood, but it is a sad tale. And it's so sad because most of the people that I'm hearing their names are names I respect in the industry. These are people that are supposed to be nation builders, and they are taking advantage of our young girls. It's terrible. I understand that some female actors are so desperate. They feel they want to get it anyhow. They are ready to do anything to get a role. And so they are willing to do sex for role. Must we always take advantage of these people? Must we always take advantage of the young girls that are innocent, that do not know how things work in the industry? And hey, somebody has once asked me what is my opinion about the whole thing. First, I am mad, sad, angry, and every emotion you can think about for people who take advantage of others. But hey, I pretty don't care what two adults do with their lives. I pretty don't care if a female actor and a male producer or a male director decide to go down. It's not my business, as long as they are two consenting adults. Here is what I feel, and I feel it's terrible. I do not advocate for producers, directors to leverage on the innocent of young girls and exploit them and insist they must live with them before they get roles. And I think this is an opportunity for every single guild in this industry, from producers guild, directors guild, every form of guild. I am also an executive of directors guild, and that is why it's painful when you see some names and you are mad at what is going on. This is equivalent to give me sex for jobs, give me sex for this, give me sex for justice. I mean, what's the mad thing about insisting about sex for you to get role? What's the mad thing about it? If you ask a young lady out and she agrees to go down with you, that's fine as a producer or director. But don't use your position as a director or producer to exploit young ladies. It's bad. And I also want to put out a word out there to young ladies as well. I know there's no justification whatsoever to rape, and I am not trying to justify it. But I want to advise you as well. Don't be too desperate to become famous. Because when you are too desperate, you become vulnerable to some of these predators. When you are too desperate, you become an object of use. I usually advise people who are coming into Nollywood, try as much as possible to have a side hustle. Try as much as possible to have a business. Try as much as possible to have something that you are doing. That way, it will reduce the amount of desperation you might have. And so you can easily walk away from anybody who is sexually harassing you. I want to call a spade a spade. Rape is evil, is capital offense, and deserves capital punishment. For Nollywood to thrive, producers and directors must begin to play their role in the society, which is nation building. Let us stop exploiting people. Sex for role? I thought it ended in sex for grade. I didn't know. But now I know. If any of them asks you out and you are interested, please, by all means, as long as you're an adult and you consent to it, it's fine by me. I don't have issues. But what I have issue is you leveraging on the innocency of young people. People who are desperate to come into the industry. People who all they have is their passion for the talent that God has given to them. You are nothing better than that rapist on the street. You are nothing better than that criminal on the street. You are nothing better than that destiny destroyer on the street. You are nothing better than any evil that you have ever condemned. So this is an opportunity for all of us. And when I'm saying, I mean all of us in the industry. Whatever thing you do. In fact, it has even gotten so worse that production managers, production assistants now take advantage of even the young girls. And the young girls keep caving in. Because they don't know better. Because they are desperate. Because they want to live their dreams. Because they want to act. That's not an offense. That's passion. Don't exploit the passions of these young ladies. Don't. You know, growing up and hoping to be in the industry, I saw very smart, hardworking young people on set. Actors, producers, directors. And when I see them from a distance, I saw professionalism. Mid-90s, early 90s, I saw loads of professionalism. This made me to even take as much bold step as reading theater in school, reading it in masters, and hoping to read it in PhD level. Because I felt this industry is a professional industry. But hey, too many moonlighters, too many people that I even respect. It's a terrible thing. And we all, as Nollywood practitioners, stakeholders, must join hands together to encourage more people who have evidence to call out people. Because if you have evidence and you report, and that case is treated, it will help us to actually tame it. So that people don't begin to generalize and think that everybody in the industry is the same. No, not all directors are the same. I've always told people, you cannot get to my set through my bed. No, you can't. If you are on my set, it means you merit that set. If for any reason I ask you out, or anybody that is a producer or a director asks you out, and it works out, that's fine. But you can't get on my set through my bed. And no producer or director or executive producer or whoever you are should make it a priority to get ladies to their set through their bed. It's wrong. One is that you have even sold your respect. And when you get to that set, that lady probably won't even give you the needed respect you need to work. Nollywood is a professional industry. We should treat it as such. Say no to rape. Say no to sexual harassment. Let us make this industry what it ought to be, a professional industry. And for you, young lady, if somebody tells you that you must sleep with him or her to get a role in his or her film, please walk away. Walk away. Don't do it. Don't. My name is Uchabo, and I just want to say no to rape.